everybody. Oh, the dogs want to come in. Here's the dogs. Morning everybody, it is Monday the 12th of December. It is, 20 past 11 in the morning, and I have had a day already. I'd had a day by like 5:30 this morning. So I'm feeling a bit better. I'm still a bit croaky, but I'm definitely on the mend. So I got up this morning at about 20 past 5, which is my normal time for getting up for work. Came downstairs and trod in a massive pile of dog poo because I think Susie had eaten something odd. Tracked that down 2 of the stairs before I realised something felt funny. So took the offending slipper off and continued on my way. Cleared up that a bit. I didn't have time to scrub the carpet, but I scooped things up. Put the kettle on, made a cup of tea. I normally drink one before I go and take another one with me in a travel mug, but the milk had gone off, so I poured rancid milk into my tea, which obviously had to go down the sink. That was strike 2. So I thought, fine, I'll just go to work, and there's a supermarket that opens quite early on the way in, so I'll grab a bit of milk and I'll make a cup of tea when I get there. Head out to my car, which won't start, dead as a doornail, no idea why. Came back in, grabbed Dave's keys, left for work in his bus, which used up the spare 5 minutes I had for buying milk, so no milk. Got to work, did my client, thought, well, at least I can make myself some hot lemon sip because I'm still not feeling brilliant. Picked up the work kettle to fill it up, and the bottom fell off the kettle. Like, not the base you put it on, the actual bottom bit of the kettle fell off, and I thought, do you know what? I'm done with Monday. So as much as I've been having a bad day, poor old Dave had a pretty rubbish day as well because he had to start cleaning up the dog poo. Then he had to try and sort out my car, which is still dead, by the way. He got a lift into work with Conrad, and then I took the car home, so I'm not sure. Either I'm picking him up later or he's coming home with Conrad. It's very confusing. And because of the Poomageddon and the car battery issues and having to leave early for work because he had to get a lift with Conrad, I've come home to a house that looks like this. So for a little bit of Vlogmas reality, just in case any of you thought that I lived in some sort of Homes and Gardens Perfect Magazine world, let's have a look. So here we have the lovely Jocelyn, who has made a sterling effort at clearing up dog poo and is now trying to settle down to college work with a dining room table that looks like this.
Yeah, I walked in and I had the goal, because I was already feeling productive for cleaning up dog poop, and I was like, oh, you know what? I'll clear the kitchen and I'll do a bit of baking. And then I walked in and I went, no. I'll do some college work instead.
And I think I need to clean the camera on the back of my phone. Everything's looking a little misty. So this is what I've got. That spotty bag is the food I bought on the way home. It's the remnants of last night's meal prep. Clean dishes from yesterday. Thank you very much, Max. General filth. Oh my actual God.
The front room is clean though.
So what I'm going to do is make a pot of tea because Jocelyn and I deserve it. And then I'm going to tackle this absolute... I can't swear on the vlog, but I want to. But you know, it's fine. Everything's fine, and luckily I feel great, so it's no problem. I don't know quite what happened to the rest of today. I got home this morning, did that whole kitchen thing, sat down for a bit of lunch. I've just cooked a massive beef stew and put some chili con carne in the oven because due to the car drama this morning, I've got to go pick Dave up from work. Haven't walked the dogs yet, and it's pitch black. Now they love a nighttime walk, but there's just a lot of faffing around with flashy collar lights because black dogs in the dark is a health and safety hazard. So, Advents. Friends Advent. This is from Jeanette. Hey, lovely Jeanette. And this perfect timing arrived today when I was at work. So that was a lovely treat. Ooh, now that's gorgeous. a really sort of sunsetty colour, oranges and pinks, which is beautiful. And then a little tag to go on your knitted thing that says made with love. It's got like a press stud that I think unscrews, so you can just sort of loop that round the edge of your hat or your wrap or something. So thank you for that, Jeanette, that's lovely. Day 12 from Ange. What have we got? Ooh, Christmas tree, hand blended rollag of merino, sari silk and Angelina. That is stunning. It's a bit brighter than that in real life. So yeah, merino, sari silk and Angelina. Oh, that's gorgeous. Still haven't actually managed to start spinning any, because I don't know about you, but December is going by at a clip. Okay, I think I need to get the dogs into their harnesses and their leads and their flashy lights, because they need to be taken out. It's super cold in Wales at the moment. Anyone in America will be laughing their heads off. It's 0 degrees Celsius, so it's freezing. It doesn't normally get that cold because we're right on the coast. And in spite of the fact my house is now entirely double glazed and the heating is on, it's still so cold that I'm wearing my dressing gown over my clothes. So yeah, need to put a coat and some shoes on, and yeah, maybe go for that walk. But before I do go for that walk, I wanted to show you something else from my basket of stuff I haven't shown you yet. So one of my personal training clients, lovely lady, tons of fun, really enjoys travel. She's got 2 teenage boys and a lovely husband, and they had a trip to Iceland booked for when COVID hit. So they got to go to COVID sort of 2 years later than planned. And she ever so kindly brought me back some yarn. I was quite struck of a heap. And she's not a maker herself, but the previous time she went, she bought herself a beautiful lopey sleeveless jumper, which she unfortunately shrank and felted ever so slightly, even though she hadn't washed it. And as she knew I was a knitter, she asked me if there was any chance I could do anything with it. So she gave me the jumper, and actually I did manage to stretch it back to its normal proportions. And when she was over there this year, she treated herself to another jumper. And when she was in the shop choosing the colours of the yoke, because they're made to order, she was chatting to the lady and said, oh, well, my friend and personal trainer is also a knitter. Is there any yarn that you can recommend? And this is what the lady in the shop said. It's called Gilagi. It's a two-ply and a worsted weight, and she got me 2 skeins of the lovely silvery grey, and then 50 grams of this contrast darker grey. And the lady in the shop said they basically don't export this because Lisanne was looking at the Let Lopey, which we can get in this country, and mentioned that because that's what her cardigans are knitted out of. And the lady in the shop said, well, yes, that is very Icelandic, but you can get that fairly easily. This is the secret good stuff that we don't send abroad. So yeah, isn't that absolutely gorgeous? So I've got 200 grams of the light silver and 50 grams of the dark. So that's definitely enough for some serious mittens. It's not, I don't think I've ever actually felt lopey, to be fair, so I can't compare it to that. But it is on the hardier side, but for me it's definitely next to skin. So yeah, mittens and a hat, mittens and a cowl, not entirely sure. But yeah, gorgeous, specially chosen Icelandic yarn. Right, I'm going to crack on with the dog walking and picking up Dave and all sorts of other things. It's actually only 5 o'clock. It's getting so dark at the moment. I keep thinking, oh my God, it's time for bed, but it's only 5:30. I am rather behind on the editing as well, so my apologies for being so late with everything. But yeah, I hope you have some nice knitting time tonight, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Obviously shocking video quality, but there is Jim with his little red light on. And there is Susie Sue with her flashy tube. It's the trouble with having black dogs. They're not terribly photogenic in the dark. Oh well, you can only work with what you have.